there's a reason why I was stuck. There's a reason why I had only been able to get things so far. It's because I was not operating at my full capacity. So there's no way for me to pour into a business and take it anywhere, you know, when my home life's in shambles or this is happening and all these different things, or if it's all about the money, bro, you know, like it just doesn't work. I mean, and some people find short-term success.
Sure.
But to build something that's long-term and built, like I say, with integrity, it takes that.
Well, that's the build and burn cycle, which I was stuck in as well, which a lot of guys are stuck in. So then you get this ego that you are the man because you built a couple cool things, but you'll self-sabotage every time until you do the real work, the deep work, what I call the subconscious work. And that's exactly where you were. Like, you had 8 things. Like, you were the guy, and I was the guy, so that's why it was fun to connect with you. Like, if I was at a networking event and someone said, "What do you do?" It was like, what don't I do?
That's
right.
right.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, you know how many companies I got? Like, I remember our first meeting, you wanted to kill me for the first 90 days. I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking. The first 90 days that this dude worked with me, he mother effed me probably once a week. He would call me. And that's when I say, like, trust the process and lean in, because our first meeting, we went over all the sources of TJ's income, and we had 7 or 8 things on the board. Maybe it was 8. Yep. And we ranked them. And then what was interesting is Barndo was just an idea at the time, right? Just a concept. And I hadn't met Ross yet. And we were like, okay, these are the 8 ways that TJ brings money home to his army of children. But the question that isn't really what they bring in is like, which one like lights you up, and then which one has the most potential to make the biggest impact for your family and beyond. And after we did all the filtering, it came down to Barndo, and I was like, that's the one. He's like, bro, like, we don't even have a LLC. This thing ain't ready yet. You know what I mean? It's just we're kicking it around. My partner and I, who you haven't even met, I said, cool, burn everything to the ground. Burn every single thing on the top of this list down and go all in on that. And he was like,
I was crazy enough to do it.
But I remember you were like living off of your Amex, and you were calling me every week like, fuck that, my wife's going to kill me. This makes no effing sense. And I'm like, bro, you want to trust the process? You want to win, or you want to keep, you can go back to old TJ and spin plates, bro, and those are all ego. Those are all ego plays.
That's right.
And I was the guy. I did the same thing, man. I told you, I read that line by Warren Buffett, or heard the line or something, like the average millionaire has 7 sources of income or something. Yeah. And I was like, cool, I'm going to go open 7 LLCs.
That's right. That's the secret.
Man,
that's all we need.
Yeah. So.
No, for sure. Well, I mean, and I remember being in that space, and the crazy thing about it was, at that moment in time, even though I was leaning in and like I did the work and burned everything to the ground, and really when I did that, that's when Ross was like, "What are you doing? Yeah. Are you on a mission to destroy yourself?" And I'm like, "Nah, dude, this is the way." And you know, it was a couple months later, Ross came in and
three months
had same experience, kind of, you know, was like, "Oh my gosh!" And so once we got in alignment, you know, Katie barred the door. But I remember even in that moment, it was about what I could bring to the table and how it could benefit me. And it was all centered around a product. Like, there's a product, and I can take it to the market, and I can sell the product, and, you know, all this stuff. And like inside that first year working with you, like, as much as I was chasing product, my passion's people.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I remember there was a point in time where like we hit this growth, and we were like pulling employees in left and right. And I made a post one night because I was just up thinking, because I don't ever sleep. And I was like, I don't build barns, I build people.
Yeah, buddy.
People build barns. And that was the capacity in which I thrive, is not only just being a visionary and having these like crazy ideas, and then having a business partner that's 100% a God thing, right? That Ross and I met, because he's 100% like just get it done.
Yeah.
But how that pulled me more into leading people and opening up doors, and I would have never been able to do it had I not like stopped and looked in and been like, whoa, that. So I remember the self-evaluation going, I'm not as cool as I thought I was.
Yeah, it's right there on paper, in my own words.